I was making something a few days ago, and it involved carving a piece of wood with a knife. And I haven't had a knife for carving anything for years, since I was a kid really. So to do this I had to use a kitchen knife, and it was crap. And I broke the knife in the process and didn't make a very good job of the thing I was carving out of it. So I thought I'd go out and buy a knife, a sheath knife I thought I'd get. So I've been to a bunch of camping stores and DIY stores and those kind of places, and I can't get a sheath knife anywhere. I did get a little lock knife, 3.5-inch blade lock knife from a garden centre, which is very nice. It was made in Cumbria by a company called Whitby. It's not an expensive one, but it's quite nice. But it's small, you know. It's strange really, because I remember when I was a kid, you know, I used to have a knife, a sheath knife. They sold sheath knives on the market. Everybody from the age of about 9 upwards that I knew had a knife. We all walked around with knives all the bloody time. I never thought them as weapons, you know what I mean? They were never... I mean, there was definitely something butch about them. It was definitely a guy thing. But it wasn't about self-defense, or certainly not about assault. You know, it was about capability. It was about having a kind of instrumental function in the world. It was about being able to whittle sticks, really. And slash your way through mangrove swamps. Not that we ever did that, but you know, the principle always seemed to be there, that should I ever find myself in a mangrove swamp or in a jungle, I could always cut my way through with this knife that I used to always wear on my belt. And it never happens these days, does it? I guess because knives now are irretrievably associated with knife crime and stabbings, which is a real shame. That the kids these days just don't get the opportunity to carry knives. I think it's just such a shame, really. Fire's the other thing, isn't it? I mean, when I was a kid, everybody had fires going. You had fires in your house, of course, but you know, if you went outside, you'd build a fire. It's one of the first things you did. When you went to a field, you built a fire, threw sticks on it, jumped over it, messed about with it. But kids, they very rarely see fire these days. It's such a shame. Am I just harking back to the olden days? Am I just an old twat? I think something has been lost, something really valuable has been lost, personally. Maybe it's just to boys, I don't know, but I do think something has been lost with the stripping away of knives and fire from the young male experience.